we are completed the trigonometry. The trigonometry is completed, all of you. I hope we are all of you practiced very well. So now we are going to discuss about functions chapter. Function chapter is very important. From function chapter there are 4 marks weightage is covered. So this is very important for function chapter. And first problem is functions. Okay, in eapcet the first problem appears as functions from function chapter. So you all compulsory prepare thoroughly this function chapter. The trigonometry covers 11 marks. This function chapter covers 4 marks. The weightage of approximately the weightage of functions is 4 marks. So I hope you are practicing very well. So now we are discussing about functions. Functions. What is function or mapping? Let x and y be any two non-empty sets and there be correspondence or association between the elements of x and y such that every element x belongs to capital X, there exists a unique element y belongs to capital Y, written as y is equal to f of x. Then we say that f is mapping or function from x to y, and x is written as fx to y such that y is equal to f of x, x belongs to capital X, y belongs to capital Y. Suppose you take this as set x, this as set y. In this set x, small x is there, set y, small y is there. Here let x and y be any two non-empty sets and there be correspondence association between the elements of x and y such that for every element x belongs to capital X and there exists a unique element y belongs to capital Y and written as y is equal to f of x. Here this is the mapping from x to y denoted as f x to y. Then y is equal to what? F of x. Small x belongs to capital X, small y belongs to capital Y. This is the first element, this is the second element. Then small x belongs to capital X, small y belongs to capital Y. Then y is equal to f of x. F is a mapping or function from x to y. This is the function or mapping of x to y. Okay, all of you. That's all. Here, what is real function? If f x to r be a real function, be a function from non-empty set x to non-empty set y, where x comma y subset are set of all real numbers, then we say that f is a real valued function, or in short a real function. What is real function? F x to r is a function from x to y. The x comma y subset R means real number set. So then we say f is a real valued function or real function. Okay, all of you. That's all. The features of mapping fxy. What are the features? You see, all of you. For each element x belongs to x, there exists a unique element y belongs to y. First one is each element x belongs to x is there exists a unique element y belongs to capital Y. Second, the element y belongs to y is called the image of x under the mapping f x to y. If there is an element x which has more than 1 in y, then fxy is not a function. When it is not a function, if there is an element x which has more than 1 in y, then fx to y is not a function, but distinct element of x may be associated to the same element in y. If there is an element in x which does not have an element in y, then fx to y is not a function. If there is an element in x which does not have an element in y, then fx to y is not a function. Suppose you take this as function x, this as function y, set to x, set y. This is x1, x2 and y1, y2, y3. Suppose a function distinct element of distinct elements in x to distinct elements in y, then fx to y is a function. Suppose the function the element in x have two images in y, then we say it is not a function. This is not a function. Or you write another one. This is x. So this is y. x1, x1, x2, y1, y2, y3. So this one and this one. x2 have the two images. Then we say fx2y not a function. This is fx2y is a function. Okay, all of you. That suppose in this function this is x and this is y. This is x1, x2, y1, y1. So x1 has the image but x2 not image. Then we say f a to b x2y not function in this case. So this is that one. If there is an element in x which does not have an element in y, then fx2y is not a function. If there is an element in x which has more than 1 in y, then x2y is not a function, this one, but distinct elements of x may be associated to the same element in y, then we say it is a function. The element y belongs to y is called the image of x. Under the mapping of x, for each element of x, there exists a unique element in y. Y belongs to capital Y is a mapping from ax to y. Features of the mapping fx to y. This is fifth one. Throughout the chapter, a function will mean a real value function or real function. The number of relations from set A to set B is 2 power number of A into number of B. Suppose a set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Set B is equal to A comma B. Then the number of A is equal to 3. Number of B is equal to 2. Okay, all of you. Here, number of A stands the elements in set A. That is cardinal number. Cardinal number. Number of B is equal to 2. Number of A cross B is equal to, that is 3 into 2 is equal to 6. We take 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Number of A cross B. The number of relations from set A to set B is number of A cross B is equal to 3 into 2. That is total number of relations. Total number of relation 2 power 6. 2 power 6. That is 2 power number of A into number of B. That is 2 power 3 into 2 is equal to 2 power 6. 2 power 3 is equal to what? 8. 8 into 8, that is 64. Total number, in this case, total number of relations 64. The number of functions that can be defined from A to B, that is number of B power of number of A. Here number of B is equal to 2, power number of A is equal to 3, that is 2 power 3 is equal to 8. Only 8 functions defined in this case. Okay, all of you. So number of B power of number of A are the functions defined from A to B. These are the features of mapping from Fx to Y. Okay, all of you. Value of the function, value of the function, the value of the function y is equal to f of x at x is equal to a is denoted by f of a. It is obtained by x is equal to a in f of x. The value of the function, substituting x is f of x, y is equal to f of x is there. In this, x is equal to a you can substitute, then you will get y is equal to f of a. This is the value of the function. Value of the function. Okay, all of you. That x at x is equal to a, at x is equal to a, y is equal to f of a is the value of the function. Value of the here, what is domain and range of a function? Domain and range of a function. If f x to y be a function, then set x is said to be the domain of f, and the range of f is set of all image points in y under the map of x. Here y is equal to f of x is equal to set of f of x such that x belongs to capital X, y belongs to capital Y. Then these are the, this is okay. So here suppose set x is this, set y is this. This is x1, x2, x1, x2, y1, y2, y3. So map is like this. So here f x to y, f x to y is the map. So f of x1 is equal to what? Y1. F of x2 is equal to what? Y2. Then here x1 comma x2, set of x1 x2 is the domain. Set of y1 y2 are the maps of x1 x2 is equal to range, and set of y1 comma y2 comma y3 are codomains. This means y, set y is the codomain. This is the codomain of this one. Okay, what is domain? What is range? What is codomain? If f x y be a function, then the set x is the domain of f, and the range of f is set of all image points in y under the map f. Then set y is called codomain of the codomain. Okay, all of you. That's all.